I was ready to go to bed. I had another video scheduled, but no, we have news. Increased damage for elemental reactions. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Jello Impact, where we build and test every single character to help you decide who you want to wish for and build. This is actually huge. We haven't gotten hard increases to stuff since Sumeru, where we got obviously new elemental reactions. We also got Hydro Resonance upgraded. I've been expecting something like this for a long time, so it's going to be very interesting to see what it is. Artifact auto lock feature now upgraded. Treasure Compass can now detect a wider range of chests, such as time trial challenges and sea leave that are returned to Sealy Courts. I thought this was already in there. Is that not already in there? Maybe I saw something else. Anyways, I'm very excited for this. I use the Treasure Compass a ton. I do not use the interactive map. I don't like to. I like to explore naturally. And then when I run out of things to find, I like to use the Treasure Compass. So the fact that it includes this stuff is awesome. Really, really good. But automatically swap Treasure Compasses and Oculus Stones based on the region. Spectacular. That's a great idea. Yeah, I love that. I super love that. Auto lock feature artifacts. Auto lock feature now upgraded. Handle everything with a single click to make it easier for you to manage large quantities of artifacts and make it simpler to understand the use of the auto lock feature. It's been optimized starting version 5.2. You can use the recommended lock plan. Once enabled, you don't need to do anything for yourself. The system will auto lock any artifacts that meets the requirements. So what do they have here? With both crit rate and crit damage. I mean, that's kind of good, I guess. Goblets with elemental damage bonus or physical damage bonus as their main offense. I mean, I would like at least one crit stat, I guess, to auto lock that. I don't want every single elemental damage bonus. Circlet with crit rate as their main affix will lock crit damage as the artifact. Interesting. Are there more settings? Can you set your own? Can I set at least one stat, or if has at least crit damage? And I don't know. At least this is not for me. I guess it's nice for other people who don't know artifacts. That's fine. Maybe they're noticing people foddering good artifacts, but obviously I'm not going to use this. This is not, I don't know about this. This is not, none of these things seem good to me personally, but maybe it's good for other people. Sometimes you may wish to prioritize checking artifacts that you have most recently obtained. A button will be added to artifacts page, allowing you to sort by time obtained. I mean, it sounds fine. Weapon selection page optimization. Did I refine the callus strength 4 or 5? I think I might need another sword. Maybe we should check to make sure. Yeah, this is good. It's pretty annoying when I'm checking the battle pass. I don't remember which one I have at what refinement and stuff, and I have to go back, and it's pretty annoying. So this is good. I like that. Not like the hugest thing in the world, but that's good. That should be there. You can purchase wood you've already obtained from the Realm Depot and Serenitea Pot. Okay, cool. And then increase base damage for certain elemental reactions. Based on continued observations of the different elemental reactions, adjustments will be made to allow a wider variety of characters in the lineup to shine. Starting from version 5.2, the base damage of the overloaded, superconduct, electrocharged, and shadow reactions will be increased. These adjustments have already been implemented in the version 5.2 test server and will continue to observe the results to ensure the quality of your combat experience. That's wonderful that they talked about this, because I have heard of some people talking about the test server and how these changes have been going. Since they mentioned it here, we'll talk about it. For overloaded, it's going to be a nice increase. It's going to be free damage for all your overloaded teams. Chevreuse teams get a free damage boost. Very nice. But it's not going to change how you build your characters, because overloaded, you're already building damage. You're not building anyone for EM except for maybe Toma on like a Chevreuse Toma team. So you will get some extra damage, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to change everything. It's not going to change how you build. It's just going to be a bit of free damage, which is nice, but not crazy. Superconduct, from my understanding, it's not a big enough change to really change anything, but again, it's some extra damage. Superconduct being the reaction itself being based off of EM, but not building any characters in Superconduct on EM. It's the same overloaded problem, but even worse, because Superconduct teams are generally just not all that great. Electrocharge, I think this will be the biggest one, because electrocharge reactions do a lot of damage. Taser used to be good until Hyperbloom, etc. outpaced it, and now I think electrocharge will have another chance to shine. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how if Taser is actually viable, how good Taser really is. This will definitely be a buff to Kazuha. Tons of electrocharge teams. Maybe Raiden Double Hydro will get some extra stuff. I don't know, because now Shallonen is kind of the better character, and you don't get that many You do still get some electro charges though, even on that team. So, but I think that like Sucrose driving might be a bit better. Maybe some Beto buffs, Shatter. Maybe we get some Shatter meme teams back. This is really, really interesting. I think that what they've done here is just kind of raise the floor of all of these things. And well, it doesn't make them meta right now, at least from what I've heard from people in the test server. It doesn't like totally change everything. It's not going to totally shake up the meta just from this, but it does give free damage to all of these characters and to all of these underused teams, and it will make all of them better. So it might not make all of them meta, but it will make all of them better. And that even in of itself is very, very valuable. It'll just bring the base of them up. None of these teams are like super top teams. Vape is always top or whatever. So to have the more underutilized reactions get lifted up is very, very good. And then what I personally expect is more and more characters to go on these types of reaction teams. And when they're in there, it means they don't have to overtune the new characters quite as much. And those new characters have a better chance to bring up old characters as well. Because when they're willing to increase actual base reactions, that is really huge. So I'm personally expecting some new superconduct characters, some new electrocharge characters, some new shatter characters very, very, very soon. And I think that will be huge. What I would really like to see is shatter and freeze to work on bosses so that you can freeze a boss, even if they don't maybe get frozen, but they can still have the frozen applied to them, and maybe they can be shattered even if they can't be frozen. This is really, really important for something like Shatter. I don't think they've increased or improved this yet, but I hope that they do. I hope that they will soon. It's fun that they just snuck this in there right at the end. I'm definitely going to do a bunch of testing to see if these teams are viable now. Maybe I'll do a couple Abyss runs with some of these teams right now, and hopefully it's the same Abyss in the next version, so that we can compare and we can see if there's actually an increase. So I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to make sure I do that. I've already done a lot of overloaded, but I'll do a couple electrocharge teams and maybe a shatter and superconduct team, and we'll do a comparison before and after and see if there's actually any kind of improvement. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see that. Overall, this is definitely one of the lighter changes. If it weren't for that thing at the end, this might not even have been worth making a video. Oh wait, is there more stuff here on here? Oh, there's some interest there. Oh, there's some other stuff. Okay, we'll keep scrolling. Imaginarium Theater. The blessing buff effects received by special guest stars are increased by 100%. Okay, interesting. It's a big increase. Deciding which characters to add to your party is undoubtedly a huge consideration of preparing for combat. In order to allow you to make these decisions more intuitively and comprehensively, we've made a number of optimizations to the performance prep stage. After the new version, characters can be sorted according to their elemental types, whether they're mostly on-field or off-field, and whether a DPS support or survival. Interesting. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. It can be overwhelming to pick that many characters. The number of characters in each category will be displayed in the selected area. Good idea. You can click on a boss's avatar to view their information and see which characters possess a tactical advantage. Good idea. Yeah, too many damage dealers and too few healers and support. And so, yeah, I think this is a good idea. Even for me, I sometimes forget this, and I don't know. I just intuitively guessing, and it generally works out for me, but I can definitely see for most people it'd be a bit tricky. Starting from version 5.2, after completing at least 3 acts, as well as your dialogue with Wolfie, you can press next act button on the finalization screen after each successful performance to continue your challenge. It's a good idea. And that's the end. So what are people saying about this? Good updates, please artifact alerts. Yeah, they just keep increasing artifact quality of life stuff without actually increasing artifact loadouts. A bit silly. I will be doing a live stream on Friday, so get ready for that. Speed up resin refresh timer. Yeah, more resin sounds fine to me. I do agree, everything should be open on Sunday. We definitely need this. I don't care about this too much. Artifact loadouts, yes. Yeah, overall I think these are good. They're good changes, but they're definitely a bit light on the changes, which makes sense. We just had some big changes with the new region and the new version. The new version. And I think we're going to get some more big changes coming up. The damage for certain elemental reaction changes is really big. I'm very excited to see how that happens. And I think Genshin is taking more and more bold steps. So I'm excited to see what other bold steps they'll be taking soon. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you're gonna be tuning in for the live stream on Friday. Take care. Bye for now.